Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I'm fine, and you? Welcome back to the Herolds with your hosts Mo and Caleb. Let's Talk is a safe space where we discuss topics that are real, relevant, and maybe a little crazy and controversial too. Join us as we dig into life from our perspective. So, let's talk.
OMG, like, this is so weird, bro. Hey guys, we are back. We're back. We are so nervous because we're like whole new beings. It's been, I don't know what, 10 years? I don't know.
I think 2 years.
Okay, what we're not gonna do is
Like,
come across as awkward on our own
no,
channel.
I'm genuinely like time to count.
Hey?
I'm genuinely time to count. It's been a year and a half.
Okay.
Like this is the half, and then last year we didn't do anything, and then the year before that we did
No, it's been like 2
season
years.
2. 2 years.
No?
Yeah, a lot of people has been asking what happened to the idols, our videos and whatnot. There's a lot of gossip stories and
Yeah,
things
man.
of us being held hostage.
A lot of
And
things,
it's been wild.
Yes, we've been
Um,
kidnapped several times,
we
apparently.
we both have been pregnant a few
Yeah,
times,
yes,
including
yes.
myself.
Yes. No,
Um,
yes. What else?
and yeah, but it's just been wild.
It's
So
it's
we
been
felt like our
wild.
first episode should be a let's clear up the air.
Yes. Let's
Um,
talk straight to y'all.
Hundred
Okay.
percent. So what happened to the adults?
Well,
I felt like we grew up,
yeah. I was just gonna say life happens.
yeah,
Life happened to the adults, literally.
and I feel like when we were more consistent back in the day, we had more time on our hands.
Yeah.
Now bills need to be paid, and we need to work.
Yo, yo.
We need to work.
I'm telling you guys, life is really lifing.
Sure.
Yo, life
And
is
look here,
lifing.
if you can agree, type amen there or something in the
Yo.
comments below because
Type hashtag lifing.
Sure.
Because yo. And I feel like we've really been growing up. I feel when we started the Heralds, I don't know how old we were, but we were around about I was maybe 18, 19, I think I was. And now, like, whole 25, going on 26, like in the next few days.
it has been
You know what I
long.
mean? Caleb's almost 40 at this point.
Sure, no, really.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we grew up. We are different people. If I look at those videos, I'm like, oh my gosh,
Mm,
did I really say that? Did I really look like that, guys? Did you guys
yeah.
really let me go out looking the
No,
way I
really,
look?
it's
You know what
true.
I'm saying?
And we felt like we were doing the things, yo.
We really did. But you know what I loved about this is we were so real and we were so genuine and we were ourselves, And I think that there's so many things that we would like to clear up. Am I speaking to on my mic?
No,
Yeah, no.
no, I'm checking your waves here the whole time.
Okay. Um guys, this is a new thing. This is a new thing, okay? I think that I don't know, man. I love us because we are so real, and I feel everything that we do comes from a genuine place, and everything, and that's why I don't care like what people say about us. I think that's what we were busy setting up. We do everything ourselves, guys, and I think that
That
we
also
like
takes
doing.
time. I don't think people realize
We like doing
the
things
time,
ourselves.
the time and the effort and the money that goes into doing like shooting an episode
And
or
that's why
whatnot.
it takes us such a long time because we're not going to do something mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
We're going to do something full out, do it the way we want to do it. And sometimes, you know what? Sometimes it takes us that long because we don't have all the resources. We really
100%.
don't. Guys, let me tell you guys something. If we had all the resources like y'all think we do, from the people that you think we get resources from, guys, where do you think we'll be at this point?
Why don't y'all like DM those people that you think we're getting blessings from and maybe they will bless us.
Maybe tell them they must bless us because let me tell you guys, this season would have been out long time
I
and we
agree
would
with
have
you.
been in some studio in Joburg and whatever.
Sure.
I feel like there's so many things that we would like to, I wouldn't say set straight, but people are so confused about who we are. And we just felt, obviously this we've been working on for very long, very, very long, and months. I think we've got 10 episodes lined up for you guys already, and we've been working on it for months now, and I'm telling you, it's been there in a book somewhere. it gathered dust already. And I think now we are finally doing it. Life really happened to us, and I'm not just talking about financially, but I'm talking about busyness even. Like, yeah, finances was, you know, bills need to be paid, life is happening,
Sure.
we're adulting. And sometimes, I think eventually we'll in the next few episodes we'll discuss it as well. But starting having your own business, it's businessing also. You know what I'm saying? Like growing your own thing from scratch, nothing, like absolutely nothing. I'm talking about like no capital. Look, you just got a bright idea and here we going. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't even have the qualifications for it. Like that is hectic, and I think that's also taking a lot of time. Now with that business, you need to make money, and it's just, and you also have this creative side, like what we're doing now, YouTubing and presenting and music and vertical and church and
It's a lot.
So that, in a nutshell, I feel is what happened to us. We got we've got thrown in this tunnel of life, and I feel like the tunnel just never ends. Like, when you go to like a theme park, and the moment like you hit you go slowly, and the moment that you take that
Tips,
turn to go
yeah.
down,
Yeah.
it just does not stop. It doesn't stop until it comes to the end.
Really true.
I feel like we still going,
No,
bro. You know what I'm
really.
saying? That roller coaster
It's
hasn't
true.
ended for us.
It's true.
And it's difficult to say, okay, wait, pause. Let me quickly just do this one thing. It's very difficult to do that.
I think also because we're juggling a lot of things at the same time. We're both working 2 different companies. We got the church that we're handling. We have our own personal stuff that we mow. We have the Herolds. We have the merch now. You got your stuff. I already mentioned the church. Then we have Vertical Pursuit. It's a lot on our plate. So to try to balance that, and we want every single thing on our plate to be 100%,
And
or
we,
else it's nothing.
And we don't have a team.
No.
We do everything ourselves. Our team is literally me and Caleb.
Literally.
And my mom and my dad. Like when
We
we
are-
when we have a board meeting, it's literally just the 5 of us sitting there, Isabella playing on an iPad. That is
100%.
it, and that is why. Like for me, I try and think people are gonna think, well, other people also like do a lot, like other like celebrities maybe or whatever the case may be. They've got like teams upon teams for each business. They've got a whole new team. We are the team for every single business.
I think when we started the merch, I didn't see all the other extra expenses.
No.
That just lines up, like the guns and the cricket and the vinyl and the.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And we do everything ourselves. Like we print everything ourselves. We literally do everything ourselves on top of everything else that we are doing.
Sure.
So, y'all, we did miss you guys. Like, we missed you guys so much. We love doing what we're doing. We love this.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably I'll put a short, like, picture here of one of our videos where we're, like, just sitting and speaking. I think we were in the Wendy. I'm talking about that type of videos, man. That is, like, us, I would say. It's very much us. So I think it's been a while. We might be a little bit nervous. We might be a little bit off
But
here
we're
and
back.
there. But we're back,
we're
and
back.
we're excited, and we're ready.
You know what? My next point here that I have is I believe in building a solid foundation in our 20s so that in our 30s we can relax.
I love
you
by
know?
that. I love by that.
A lot of people say, like, we need to relax, we need to rest, we need to this and we need to that. But I believe that if I build a strong enough foundation now,
100%.
while I've got all the energy, while I ain't got no kids, while I don't have a lot of responsibilities, okay, we do have a lot of responsibilities, but I mean like a significant other,
A
babies, a house that you need to maintain, and before we get to that stage, now that I have time and my body is still fresh, I'm gonna like dabble in every little thing that I want to, so that when I'm 30, I can now step back because I've made my foundation is set for my future. Now I can start building. And if you don't work in your 20s now, that's why 30s and 40s and 50-year-olds, that's why they are still either
Struggling.
struggling or working or trying to make ends meet, because in the end, look, I don't want to like, this is just
No shade, y'all.
like
Please.
my personal, that's why I am not a forward, or I'm not a pusher of getting married young.
Yeah.
because when you're young, you're supposed to be studying, you're supposed to be working on your career, so that when you do want to get into a relationship, or meaning marriage, meaning house, meaning being able to provide for a different a different entity other than yourself.
Yeah.
um so that's why we work very hard now already. And even though we didn't do the Herolds in a long time, we've been working on other things a lot.
Yeah, we have. We've been pushing, and I totally stand by what you are saying. And I feel, too many people, too many young people have the idea that, oh, I need to be partying, I need to be going out, I need to be doing everything while I'm young, so that I can then just be old when I'm old.
Yeah,
But for me, that is literally a road to distraction.
I agree with you.
Because where's your foundation? Your foundation is so weak, you're going to get to the age of 30 or 32,
And
and
your
then you're going to
resume is
realize,
zero.
I did not study, I didn't complete my studies, I don't have a job, I did not do what I want to do. Sometimes we have goals for ourselves when we are young, when we are in high school, like, let's make example, oh, I always wanted to release a single.
Yeah.
And then you just don't do it, or maybe your goal was always to start a business, a specific business, but you end up not doing it because you're so busy just living life, partying, clubbing, going here,
That's true.
going there, sleepovers, this and that. I feel that transition needs to take place, and that transition takes place, I believe, when you're in your early 20s. Some people wait too late for that transition to
agree.
take place, and then you end up working so hard. You're in your 40s, going 50s, and you're still grinding, still trying to make it.
Because the
When
foundation.
I feel that is the wrong process. I feel like, the process is the wrong word. It's the wrong
Season.
um,
Season your life.
yeah, I feel like they are switching the two around. I feel like you need to be working right now. Make your foundation so tight so that when you get older, life is easier.
Absolutely.
Because when you're older, you don't have all the energy that you had before. You don't have the drive that you had before. Now you've got kids. Now you're sitting with a husband, or you're sitting with a wife. And now you have to deal with all of these things. And then what are you going to do? You're going to settle for a husband or a wife that's also in that same position.
100%.
Which means that you guys are both going to be living a mediocre life. So sorry,
Or
but that is true.
or a like
It's sad.
frustrated life, because you come to 15 whatnot, and then it's like you then see like where I wanted to be. Now at 50 I'm not. So now I become frustrated, or I'm now angry at the world, or whatever the case
Yeah.
is.
Even at each other.
Even at each other, because I'm not where I wanted to be. And I also agree that the more older you get, the more you want to relax. And also that's what I love. Like, I've been through the pandemic, I've been reading a lot,
Yes, you have.
and the importance of investing. That was also one of my points here. That now we need to invest. And look, I don't mean like give me 500,000, to
Yeah.
invest in company XYZ or whatever
Yeah.
the case is. Invest in small things, but you need to also know in what industry to
And we're
invest
not talking
in.
about forex and diamonds and stuff.
No, we
No.
don't, not at all, because there was also a rumor that we sell drugs.
Which we don't. Like, did
That
we?
is so stupid.
Did we try trading? Yeah, we did.
Ask our parents how trading went.
Lord, we give you glory.
But investing, so that when you do reach that age of retirement, you can actually retire. So now
Fully.
you end up, because you didn't build a solid foundation
Yeah.
in your 20s. Now when you want to retire, now you say, Aish, I don't have savings. I can't. And this is my question I asked Dawood this the other day. If you can only retire when money, you can only retire when you don't have to work and money's coming in. If you stop working now
Yeah.
and go to Club Mykonos
Yeah.
for the rest of your life, can you? Can you
No.
afford that? No.
No.
Why? Because I need to work.
Yes.
And if you are still there, then you can't retire. Because how are you going to put bread on the table next week and the next month and the next month? Because so
Yeah.
now it's just this rat race that you're just in the cycle
Yeah. You
of
can't.
repeating.
It's not
Yeah.
that you want to work. You can't stop.
And nobody wants to be in it. Now
Exactly.
you become frustrated.
Yeah.
Aish.
And it's almost like and it comes back to, and look, we'll always our channel will always have God in it. We'll always have the word in it. So yeah, just throwing that in there. And I think that if it comes back to the word, it says goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. Yeah? And what is happening is because of society and what they have, I feel even through schooling, what they have drilled in us is we chase goodness and mercy. We chase money. We chase fame. We chase, And yeah, I'm not saying don't grind. I'm not saying don't work. But what I'm saying is we need to do it in such a way that goodness and mercy ends up following us. Because what happens is, and I think Dad made this example once on a Sunday where he showed like let's say something is chasing you, but
A dog.
let's say a dog is chasing
Chasing
you,
his tail.
but you are chasing the dog. You guys never catch each other because goodness can never catch you because you are always chasing goodness. Goodness is always chasing you. Sometimes you need to just stand still and let goodness and mercy like hit you. And I feel like that is what's happening in life is we run, but we don't allow ourselves to stand still.
True.
And what happens is we don't put the proper processes in place for us to be able to eventually stand still. Then we work all our lives. We're working when we're 60. There's people that are still working and then they are already 70.
And they can't stop.
No, they can't. And they can't
Because-
reap what they've sowed. And what's happening is they are sowing and they are sowing and they are only sowing in their boss's pockets and they never reap. And the bosses are reaping.
And the thing is, again, like my point of the investing,
rat
if you
race.
didn't invest in yourself in your 20s, and look, when I mean invest, I mean work.
Yeah, fully. That's
You know.
investing, eh?
That's actually hectic. Investing actually in your 20s means work. That's what I mean by, I'm not meaning 500,000 into a company and whatnot.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself, meaning study, meaning either, if I can't afford studies, look, there are so many things that, there are institutes that pay you to study.
Yeah, they do. They do.
So there's really no reason for you to be staying at home. Yes, it may not be for a CEO position, but at least you got something.
Yeah.
So that when it's also about preparation.
Yeah.
So that when you eventually, when God opens the door, you are ready for it.
Yeah.
But the point where the investing is, invest in yourself, meaning work. So that, meaning work, invest now in your 20s, so that when you do get to that time, your investment, which is your working in your 20s, will then pay off.
100%. I totally agree. I totally agree. So I feel to answer the question of where we've been, this is where we've been. You can totally get and catch our mindset where we've been mentally. Spiritually, I feel like we've never been better. Individually, like one thing about us is as much as we are very close, and I think I was speaking to someone about this now the other day, and someone said to me, I'm glad that you guys are close. It's very nice, to see siblings as close as you guys are, but eventually you guys are gonna have to, move apart. It's healthy, but it's also unhealthy. And I said, you know what? We know when to give each other space, and we know when something is for our own and when something is together. You know what I mean? I feel like, especially when it comes to our spiritual life, like you've got your own journey. Like I don't even know where you are, but you are like at some deep place. You don't know where I'm at. I'm at some deep place. I could be sitting in my room speaking in tongues like for the past 5 hours. Caleb
No,
would not
really.
really know, because for us, our relationship with God is very personal. And I feel spiritually we've never been better. As you guys can hear, mentally we've really been on a, we're really working and we are investing in ourselves and we are investing in our future kids even.
Sure.
Do you know what I'm
That's
saying?
hectic,
I
eh?
think I thought about that yesterday.
That's hectic.
I thought about that yesterday and I said, you know what, at this point, our age, our people, that's in I would say the 90s babies, we really need to think big, because at this point, anything that I do now, it's going to be repercussions for my kids.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? There's no time to play games. If I'm so worried about being lovey-dovey and this and that and whatever and playing games and, oh no, it's fine, no, it's fine, I'm just going to play it safe. Nah, if you're going to play it safe, then that's you literally telling your kids, nah, cool, play it safe. Is that what you're going to
100%.
tell your kids one day?
100%.
Never.
And also, like, the economy right now is in such a terrible position. We can't afford not to be grinding and investing and working and,
Yeah.
and just trying your best for your future kids.
100%. And I do feel, and I think in the Bible it says, I can't remember which scripture it is, but it says that, what is that scripture about that God will give you ideas?
Deuteronomy 8 verse 8, I believe, God will give you ideas to produce wealth.
Yes. So now, I believe that I mean, that
And
scripture
you,
is
you
right
need
there.
to pray and
Yo,
declare that over yourself. And that again,
exactly.
if you don't sit with the word,
Fully, that's where I'm coming to.
gosh,
And that's why I'm saying, like, every
gosh,
single idea that I have, every song that I write, everything that
100%.
I do, I know more than sure this is what God wants me to do. And I think I always have this argument with people that question what I do and question, like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?
I've got
I'm
100%
like,
on it.
look, I don't do anything without consulting God. I don't do anything without Him instructing me to do that. You know what I'm saying? I have laid before God for days, for months, for
I agree with
years
you.
on the specific thing. I don't just go out here and do whatever. That is why people you won't see the heralds just doing some random stuff. You won't see the heralds just showing up just anywhere. Why? Not because we think we are quiet and all these things, like most of y'all probably say, but because we are so scared of going outside of the will of
Sure.
God.
No, really.
We need to stay in that. Because that is how you stay blessed. That's how you stay in the right sane mind. That's literally how you stay in the flow. And I feel like more people need to be more concerned about staying in the will of God. Do not just say yes to everything. If you show up everywhere, if you are singing at every concert, if you are singing in every group, if you are playing in every band, if you stand, I always say this to Caleb, if you stand for everything, you
You
stand for nothing. And that is a word that you have to take home with you. If you stand for everything, you stand for nothing. No backbone. If I say we're going left, then say you ook left. If I now say we're going, nah, let's go right, you going right. No backbone whatsoever. You need substance. Draw yourself closer to God. He will literally tell you what you need to do. Never mind people, because people will leave you.
No, really.
The people that you are so committed to that He's saying, go here, go here, go there, they will leave you like that. So that is why I feel staying close to God is, for me, the number one. Never mind money. That stuff will come with you being in one accord with the Lord. So for me, that is what needs to be pursued more than anything. God will give you then the ideas. God will then tell you, go this route. God will then tell you, okay, study. God will then tell you, nah, don't study now, do this.
Yeah.
God will tell you what you need to do.
Yeah.
If you just stay close to Him, it's going to bite you nothing. Translation in there.
I know. I wanted to laugh when you said that.
It's going to bite you nothing
It's true,
if
though.
you do everything and your relationship with God is nowhere.
You know what? And my thing is, look at if you want to know, like the characteristics and the strength of the tree, look at the fruits. If there's no fruits, what are you doing there? Why are you still there?
Then I want to say, do not be, that battery is going to go, but let me say this. Do not be hyped by the size of the tree.
Sure.
Listen to what I'm saying. Do not be hyped by the size of the tree. Because what happened to that fig tree? Het lekker gelyk, maar toe die Here so maak,
There was nothing that God could.
no fruits
Hey.
whatsoever. And sometimes, for those that gets closer to that big tree, you see,
The reality.
haast niks daar nie.
And Jesus cursed it.
And He cursed
And
it.
it was the joy, yeah.
I'm telling you. So that's I feel like let's not try and look like we got it all together. Okay? In the
Let's not
sense
talk
of
about it, be
let's
about it.
actually, yes.
Be about it.
That's what I'm coming to. I'm not saying look raggedy and schmaggedy and raggedy. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be about it, man. You know, strive for it. Strive for it. Like us, like when we go out, we're gonna look, you know, we got everything together. We're holding ourselves together. Why? We're striving for it.
Right.
We haven't made it. I don't believe anybody has. Unless you make it to heaven. But no one's made it. We don't feel we've made it. Yo,
That's why we're still grinding and we're working the way we are.
fully. That's why we don't just come out here and just say whatever we wanna say and blah 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 blah. You know, sometimes you must just keep yourself, just work, just do your thing. You don't have to announce everything. Just do your thing.
I also was going to say that, when people are really grinding and working the way we are, when we
Cynical.
grind the way we are, then other people look at us and say that we think we cool, we think we this, we are full of ourselves or whatever the stories are,
Mm.
and it's because of their lack of work that they are being angry at us.
Wow.
Yeah, so many times I feel like when people, because look, we are attacked a lot,
All
and
the
I don't even
time.
know why. People are just constantly, we think we cool, we think we this, and we are literally like the nicest people that you're gonna find out here in these
I don't
streets.
think we've ever been rude to anybody.
Never. Um, and if you start building, oh, just think of that. If you start to construct a building, and people are standing around, they're gonna speak about it.
Yes, they are.
And I love the saying that if you're doing nothing, there's nothing for people to speak about. If you are doing something and if you are building something,
There's so much to speak about.
mm,
So if there's a lot being said about you, just know that you are doing a lot so that people can speak about
and
it.
I thank you.
And
And
they-
indirectly, I'm saying that if people are not speaking about you and if you are the people speaking about us, you're doing nothing. And my point is, if you got time to speak about me, then you got time to work on yourself.
Also, I saw a post that said, you must speak about me. Because when you speak about yourself, no one listens.
And you know what? The thing of that is becoming more
That must
valuable.
hurt, bro.
That's another lesson that I read about. You need to become more valuable. Work on yourself.
Fully.
Become so skillful in anything that you do, anything in life. Become so skillful that you are. People can't pass you by. They must book you. They must want you. They must want to work with you. They must. Because you work on yourself in such a way,
Fully.
make yourself valuable so that people can speak about you and say, you know what, Monique's We Company. But oh, she came out now again with another range. You
Yeah.
know, the Herolds came up with another, a new merch. The Herolds are coming up with now a vodcast.
Yes.
You know, Vertical Pursuit, even Vertical Pursuit. Like, although we've been quiet with the Herolds, we've been working our butts off
Yeah.
with Vertical Pursuit. And
I
I'm
don't think you can
so
say butts on this thing.
sorry, mense van die Here.
Yeah, no.
We've worked
Hard.
tirelessly,
Yeah, there we go.
tirelessly on Vertical Pursuit, and
Still are.
even
And
in
let me
that,
just say this. If
the-
we were being funded, y'all,
our
I think
volume
would have been
out
out
long time
time.
ago.
Okay.
So those who think that we are being funded,
Oh, we wish we
oh,
were being funded.
we wish. And if the funders are looking at this video,
I'm telling you, those funders is gonna tell you no straight to your face.
no, really, because I'm the last person that panda's gonna want to fund.
No, really, I can't wait to
Because
really,
this is me and the panda, like all the time.
No, really. And then I feel like people don't know. I feel like everything that's happening in Cape Town, the way it looks is not what it is. And I'm not just talking about us, I'm talking about other people. I'm pretty sure you guys are sitting at home. I'm talking about all of them from those designated, what you call it, demographical,
Yeah.
different demographical
Come on.
groups and things. The way people think it is, it's not it. I'm sure you know that even about your own, whatever's happening there, whatever people has been saying about you, your team, your whatever, your family, it's not what it is. And I'm telling you, Alasan, they will still talk even if you tell them the truth.
No, absolutely. And that's why you can't. Oh, and remember, I told you this once. Never make decisions for the people that is talking negative about you.
Fully.
Always do the thing that. How did I say it?
Always do for
Always
the
do
people
things
that-
for the people that support you.
Yeah.
Because so many times it's like,
Only
oh,
listen to
oh
them.
no, I'm not gonna wear this wig because this wig is too big. You know, I don't know. What are the people gonna say? You know, so then you wear your own hair, for example, but there's a young girl there that loves it and looks up to you. So whenever you do any action, make sure that you do it for your supporters and people that love you,
Yeah.
instead of making decisions for the people that don't like you.
Yeah. I also just wanted to add this before we end this video because we need to try and keep the video.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to end with this point. I don't know if we're now going to start a whole talk on it, but I wanted to say everything that we are saying is we've been busy, life has been lifing us, business has been businessing us, it's just been a lot, but it's been good and it's been a growing journey and it's been really been great. I was saying choose where you need to be. Don't just say yes to everything. And then you also said value yourself, work on yourself. Don't just go everywhere. Don't say yes to every single offer that you get. And also another thing is, so many people ask, why haven't you guys joined?
Oh, a lot of people has been asking why have we not joined the Jesus Collective?
Or any group
Um,
for that matter. You
or
know what
any
I
group for
mean?
that matter, yes. I believe um, I'm very God directed, where Psalm 23 says,
Mm.
He is a shepherd, I shall not want.
Yep.
God didn't tell me to join the Lekker crew, which we love. Um, Jonathan Rubain them and Kenneth Van Sion and the Jesus Collective and anybody else, which we don't have a problem with any of them, to be very
We
honest.
actually like all of them.
We really like all of
We're
them, to be
actually
very
fans of
honest.
everybody. Yeah.
Dude, the funny thing is, we sang for all of them.
We
The
sang
Lekker
for
crew,
Jason. We didn't sing for the Laker crew though.
we sang
But we
for
sang with Jason already.
Jason, yeah,
And we sang
for
with Jonathan
Rubain,
Rupain.
and then okay, I did like one show with
Yeah.
the Jesus Collective,
And I
but
think,
behind the scenes we do work with the Jesus Collective though.
do we? We attend, yeah.
I've talking about like writing for them and like producing and like giving them like ideas and those kind of things.
Yeah, okay, but I don't know if he's gonna be happy about us saying all of that.
Yeah, cut it out. Um,
Let me
but
just say, we really like this, guys.
anyway, what is the point?
Why? Why not?
Oh, God didn't tell me to
I-
do it. God then told me when I was 25.
Yes.
God told me then only start something in music. And look, people have been telling us long time, why do we hear you guys sing? Why do we hear you guys sing? You guys interview everybody else. And we just felt like the Herolds platform was not a platform for us. The Herolds platform God has given us to shine a light on other
Yes.
people.
Yes, especially the up and coming. And I think
100%.
that we really wanted people to hear our people. Our people, you know? And I think it's a colored platform, and we are more than proud to say that. More than proud. And we really wanted to push our own people that come from these poverty-stricken communities, that you don't get the platforms, you don't get to push your music out there, you know, and also to see the well-known artists and see their real personality, see them for who they are. And at that time, we were working in the industry for years.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people feel like we knew these artists through the Herolds, but we knew them before that, and then we just decided to do the Herolds because we know a lot of them personally.
100%.
Yeah.
I wanted to conclude my point in we haven't joined anything because God didn't tell us to join
Yes.
anything. And although it looks, the lights and cameras looks very beautiful on all the different platforms in all
Yeah.
the groups that you find out here, they're all doing very well for
Yeah.
themselves. God just didn't tell me, go and join there.
And
And
I-
I think so many times you find yourself in a group that God didn't tell you to be in, and
then
that's why you have
complain,
problems.
and you have problems, and
Because
then
you-
you don't. You know what I'm saying? And I know that you know what I'm talking about, all of y'all that's sitting and watching.
Sure.
I know that you know what I'm talking about, and you're smiling right now because you think we're speaking about you specifically.
No,
but
not
let
at
me tell you
all.
something. You're not the only body.
Come on,
Yes,
only
sis,
body.
Come on, only body. You're not the only one that is feeling the way you're feeling, okay? And sometimes you are sitting in a position at work, or you're
Sure.
sitting in a certain building,
Yeah,
a workplace,
I agree.
and you're sitting in a certain team or sitting in a certain church,
Mm.
but the Lord didn't tell you that you must go there. But
Or,
it
or the Lord,
lekker.
or the Lord tells
Het
you to
lyk
leave.
lekker from this perspective. Now you go. And then you see it for what it is, and then you wonder, "Janne, Lord, the Lord is
Yes.
trying to teach me this,
Yes.
You know what the Lord is actually trying to teach you? Luister.
Sure.
You know what I'm trying to say? And I think for me, it's slightly different. I think for me, I did a lot of backing. When I was at CMI, I worked, oh my word, it was probably so amazing. I mean, I would never ever, if I could go back in time, I would do everything exactly the way I did it because I totally loved everything we learned so much.
Yeah.
And it made us who we are,
Yeah.
it made us who we are today, young people in music. But yeah, coming down to it with the Jesus Collective, that was always my thing, and I always told people that nothing against the Jesus Collective whatsoever, nothing against anybody. The Lord did not tell me I need to join this group. And sometimes we are like, you're friends with people, and you go and you attend and you this and you that, and it's so easy for you to fall into something. And it's nice, they're doing the work of the Lord. You also want to do the work of the Lord, but is it what God wants you to do though? Now the thing is, you're running in a lane that's not your lane, which
Right.
means that you are standing in someone else's lane
Right.
full, and your lane is empty.
Sure.
So the people that you are supposed to affect, the lives that you are supposed to change,
You, you, you're not.
It's dormant.
Yeah.
You are not. Why? Because you are taking up space. Why? Because it like lekker. It
Yeah.
voel lekker.
Yeah.
As lekker. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, is it what you're supposed to do? So I think with this whole thing, with this whole video, it all comes down to drawing
will of
closer
God.
to God, doing His will, only listening to what He is saying, and that is the only way that you can be successful. And please do go and look on. Stop. Please do go look on DJ Herald Ministries. There is a video, there's a short clip of Caleb speaking about success. He preached, yay. And he spoke about success, and I just said now, it's the way that, the only way for you to be successful is to hear God, and also to go look what the true definition is of success. Caleb speaks about it on that video. I'm going to actually put the link in the description because for me that is so important for us as young people to understand and to know. It was such a powerful word, and so many people that have seen it have spoken about it. And I think it relates so much to this video because it speaks about life, it speaks about success, and it speaks about the godly success. Because we as society understand success to be one thing,
Yeah.
but in the Bible it says a whole different thing. So we need to align ourselves with what God is saying. And for me, I think that's the best way to conclude this video. What do you think?
No, I do. We have no issues. And look at, because this is their channel. A real.
No, fully. And if you want to ask, ask.
We have no issues with
Jokes.
nobody. Also, no. Truth. Stop going to Sister Behrens and Sister Peterson and somebody else to find information about us. Message us personally if you want to know anything.
Yes.
Then you know from the right people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Also, you can come visit our church at 9 Alabama, Colorado, Mitchell's Plain, and you can come and ask us questions if you feel
No,
like it.
period. But my point was, we have no issues. We've never had issues with anybody.
No.
And the thing is, the minute you go quiet, which is what we did, it raises suspicion.
Yeah.
And then sister this want to go to sister this, and sister this want to go to brother this, to talk about why the Herolds is so quiet, and then stories so too. So just, we have no issues with anybody. We love literally everybody.
Literally.
And being in a group doesn't mean that you support them. You can support from the seats. You don't have to be on stage to support somebody.
Exactly.
Why is it so strange that we are standing on the in the pews
Because almal
supporting
wil
other
gesien
people?
word. That's a thing, and I'm sorry to say, but that is the mentality of the colored people.
It's so wrong.
Almal wil gesien word,
Yes.
almal wil daar wees, almal, you want to be the brightest light. And I always say
Let
this.
God lift you.
Why must we be fighting one another? Are we not all on the same stage? If I go to a show, that means I'm against that show. If I wear blue,
agree.
that means I'm against purple.
I agree.
If you know what I'm saying? If I am wearing a black sweater, it means I hate white sweaters.
Yes.
No, and I feel that as people that are frontliners and those that are watching this video, frontliners, Levites in the kingdom of God, we need to work on ourselves.
Sure, really.
We really need to ask ourselves real questions. We really need to ask ourselves, where are we? Where's my mind?
Yo, there's a scripture in the Bible that says that before you put your offering down or something like that. I'm just paraphrasing. Before rather don't
Yes.
or fix what
Don't give your offering,
yeah.
your sacrifice.
Don't give your
it.
sacrifice here. Don't bring your offering or your sacrifice to the altar. Rather keep it and go make it right with your brother.
It actually says that.
It does. No, really. And so that's what needs to be done.
Honestly, and I feel like our platform has always been a platform to bring together and not divide. And I think that I've been in so many arguments with people because I'm like, look, I love A and I love B, and I think that A is great and I think that B is great. But now A doesn't want you to support B and B doesn't
Correct.
want you to support A, and now
Correct.
we are all in the middle of a
Yeah.
rival when there are two men that needs healing.
No, really.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But-
Now it's affecting thousands of
The
people.
whole-
Do you
I
get
agree
what I'm
with
saying?
you.
So I feel like we as Levites that are frontliners, we need to check ourselves
We need to do better.
first.
We need to do better.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that we need to come together and put the pride aside,
Operate from
put
love.
the ego aside, because that's if I need nie.
Mm.
Okay? And let us work on ourselves, and that's how we can affect our teams. That's how Caleb as the leader of Vertical Pursuit can affect his team members. Caleb cannot preach to his team members and say, guys, this, that, and that, when he's not doing it himself.
Right.
So I honestly feel like we really need to do better. We need to stop asking questions about people and go to them themselves. I think that
Yeah.
Cape Town is so small.
Yeah.
Everybody knows everybody.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I feel like, you see someone that's like, we haven't like really like spoken, but I know you
So
because
many
you are in that
times.
group and I'm in this and that.
So many times it's just
Guys,
that.
come on.
It's because I didn't speak to you. And now when I actually do speak to you, it's like, oh my gosh, you don't have an issue with me.
Yeah, and
You
that's
get-
always what
I
happens.
think COVID also did that.
I
Because
feel that
everybody
as
was in their
well.
own houses and that's suddenly we got used to that. And now it's like, okay, I'm weird because I don't know how you feel towards me. So
Yeah.
I'm rather not going to speak to you. I'm just going to walk past
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we need to do better.
Yeah, we do.
I agree with
we
you.
do.
And we can do better.
Yeah.
And I think we need to come to a
can.
point of realizing that we are all under one kingdom. We are in one team. Imagine, give me teams like Manchester and Liverpool, like both in one team. They need to then work out a way to work together in order to win.
Yeah.
Because it's all about coming to the end of your race
Exactly,
and
exactly.
executing the will of God
Yeah.
and affecting lives
Yeah.
and changing people because people are hurt out here.
Yo.
People need healing and
Yo.
deliverance and manifestation, and we are busy fighting each other.
And I feel that, you know what? I feel the thing isn't that, and exactly what you're saying. You're saying two teams, if they have to come together and they have to become one team, and they have to. It's about what the end goal is. It's about maybe winning that tournament or scoring that goal. But I feel the problem that we are having, and this is so sad to say, is that our goals are not the same.
Oh,
Not everyone is in it for the kingdom.
I hear you.
And that for me is so sad and so messed up, and not everybody's in it for souls.
So the two teams have got their own idea of
Yeah.
the goal.
And I feel like one thing about us that I totally love, I think I stand by this 100%, is don't look at likes. Don't go look at your views. Don't go look at how many people is following you. Because let me tell you, and I said this a few weeks ago, and I literally wanted to shout it from the rooftops. When I got it, I literally had this thing, and I said, you know what? If we still sit at home and we think God is worried about how much followers we have, guys, if we're literally sitting at home and we actually think that God cares about how much views I got on my video, no. How many streams I got for my song, no. Guys, our focus is totally wrong, and I feel like that is why people are having issues in the kingdom.
I
It's
agree with
because
you.
if our goals were the same, Caleb, we would not have so much issues. But because our goals are not the same, that is why I have a problem with you.
Yeah.
And I have a problem with what you are doing. Because I'm worried about, you know, who could do die because kyk julle views or whatever, man.
Frivolous thing.
Yo, bro. Or it's
Well,
like, I got a sold out show now. You guys didn't get a
Yes.
sold out show.
What does the Bible say? The Bible says, as
Yes,
die
bro.
swak is wat struikel.
So guys, we have literally outdone both cameras. We've said it all, you know? I feel like this episode was amazing. I hope that you guys do come back for more episodes. It's gonna be great, it's gonna be real, it's gonna be raw, it's gonna be relevant and might be controversial. But we're gonna be open and honest with you guys on every single episode. Thank you guys for joining us. Bless you!